All right, everyone, we are here with War 5 against 3 Realms. Today I'll be taking in Apocalypse, Mr. Negative, and Cable. I've got Path 3 in both sections and the 2 middle mini-bosses. Pretty excited about this war since it's the first war this season that I'm taking in Mr. Negative, and it's 4-2 Mystic Dispersion fights. So, moving right along to this first fight, Hood. On the second node of Path 3 in Section 1, it has Hurt Locker. This is a Mystic Dispersion fight. Really, the key here with Mr. Negative, and the kind of nice thing, is that you intentionally trigger a buff and trigger a Mystic Dispersion at the start, and make sure that you have at least 1 light energy, and then do the evade counter so that you immediately remove the global and throw it right into cooldown, because his evade counter against a dash attack counts as an intercept. So it's a pretty simple workaround to the war mechanic. What I like to do, and what you're going to see me do, is that I like to build a decent amount of light energy. So 7 to 9 would probably be the max before evade countering. But for this, I'm going to parry twice and do a heavy to get that buff for the global. And then I'm going to dash back, and with 5 light energy, I'm going to do the evade counter. So we missed the parry there, but we got it there. Here we are, heavy attack. Now that puts us at 5, so I have a decent amount of light energy. Now it's not a wasted evade counter where I might have to do 2 more before dropping a special 2. Instead, I'm only going to have to drop 1 more evade counter before deciding to drop my special 2 attack. So it's kind of a different rotation, just so that we make sure we get the global out of the way and it isn't an issue during the special 2. And then he just kind of takes away here. The global triggers again after that special 2, but again, not a worry at all. So that was kind of the warm-up. Didn't really practice that much in the off-season. It's just kind of like a mental working theory. But this Dormammu here, probably the best counter would be Mr. Negative, since if I do get the degen on me, I'm going to heal. So here, because of strike counter, I planned on parry, reparry, heavy, evade counter to remove the global, parry medium light, and with this, what I didn't expect, and actually it was because of masochism there, was to lose power or to not have enough after this next rotation, and there should have been another parry medium light. So 3 parry medium lights should have put me at special 2 and helped me get rid of this 11 dark energy that I have. But luckily, we were close enough to a 2nd bar of power, so it's kind of like restarting this fight just a little closer to our own wall. So I'm watching the global there. I didn't retaliate because it was miss was active, and I can't evade counter that close to the wall because we're not evade countering a dash attack and it won't remove it. So it would have ended up being a miss and us getting hit in the face, but luckily we got a special 2 out there, and we did some healing during that fight, so it wasn't an issue for Mr. Negative, even though we played pretty sloppy. And then his third fight here, I mean, it's, you guys have seen me take this fight before in the past. Rank 4, Doom on Power Snack. It's pretty much a joke for Mr. Negative. We have a Mr. Fantastic pre-fight just to make the fight go faster. It allows me to bait out a special 1 without having to wait out the aura afterward before dropping my special 2. He's not a Mystic Dispersion champ, so we don't have to worry about the global. This is our usual parry heavy 3 times evade counter, but we are going to block to bait the enemy into attacking into our block so that we can evade counter off the block hit. Bait out the special 1, and then do a couple more evade counters, or sorry, parry heavies here before we push him to a full bar of power. I think that's going to be the last parry heavy. Bank those Furies, evade counter into special 2, and then just let him melt away. He's going to hit backup recovery right about here, so he's going to lose that bar of power. We don't have to worry about the special 1. We do a cheeky evade counter just so that we can get an easy opening and throw this special 1 just to finish the fight. So those were Mr. Negative's only fights this war. Pretty smooth fights, pretty easy peasy. Switched off, or sorry, popped out and put suicides on. Only went half suicides this time, so just the bleed suicide. Taking this Moleman with Apocalypse. The game plan is just parry medium light all the way to special 2. And I always do medium lights against Mixmaster when it comes to not having an actual evade counter. Even if I hit into his block, it's going to be a medium light attack, and that's just to constantly prevent the defender from evading. So medium light into special 2, power back boost. We didn't get any lucky crits there, so didn't make it to special 2, so we're back to parry medium light until we get to the next special 2. There it is. This one is a much bigger special 2 hit, so not going to be much more to get to the next special 2, and then down he goes. So easy peasy apocalypse fight, pretty straightforward. We actually didn't lose too much health there, even though we have recoil on and we threw 3 special attacks. Obviously 1 finished the fight, so it wasn't a worry. Fury here, rank 4. You guys have seen me take this, so same game plan as always. I'm going to PS1, start with parry, medium light, 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 but don't end with the 4th light. I'm going to back up so that I can set myself up for a parry without triggering dexterity. And then we're going to throw another medium light, light, just shy of 1 bar of power, set up for a parry, and then full combo here into special 2. And with power back boosts and suicides and being boosted, we should be right at special 2 here, so we're just shy of it. Bait out that heavy, throw the next special 2. It's not going to push him to special 3, but we are going to get him into real Nick. And that got us to special 2. Bait out this special 1. I'm just going to block this. The concussion prevented the bubble shield hit, so we're actually still at 4 charges. Going to back up until we absolutely need to throw this special 2. We throw it as an intercept here. Now he's in the 30% range, so he's no longer ticking away. Here we're going to bait out a heavy and throw the special 2. So very simple, straightforward, just dominating apocalypse fight. Lost quite a bit of health here though. Guess decent amount of block damage from it. And then Super Skrull here, last apocalypse fight, so 3 fights off 1 advanced power boost. Same strategy here. However, Super Skrull is a Mystic Dispersion champ, so what I'm going to do is try to trigger dexterity at the start, and then once we've got the buff, parry and throw an attack. So we didn't get it there. He loves his heavy. We're going to get it here again. Didn't get it, so parry, or sorry, dex here. Parry, single hit, back off. We're going to parry until that miss goes away. And now that it's gone, full combo into special 2. Power back boosts will hopefully get us there, but I see that the miss timer for his own ability is coming. So parry, throw, back off. And we're just going to play the waiting game, be patient here. Got the parry, throw the special 2, end the fight. So really, really simple. We were able to take this because of the bleed suicide, giving Apocalypse his bleed immunity for the node. And then the last fight, Super Cheese, turned Cable into a horseman here for Sam Wilson on Buffet and Chitinous Thorns with strike counter. But the strike counter doesn't matter because we don't need special attacks here. It is just a strict parry heavy fight. And Sam just gained so many armor ups that this is probably the most degen that I've ever seen on an opponent so quickly. And we're going to play this one really clean. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's just parry heavy. We're going to get this special one out and then retaliate it. And he's just going to melt away. And here he goes. Bye-bye. So that was the end of my war. Really fun, really exciting war. Pretty simple. RBG tied their BG 2-2. So we didn't beat him out. However, we ended up winning this war 5-3. So we're doing a great job being consistent with deaths. I think that's the 3rd war at 3 deaths, but the 4th war at 3 or less. So we're doing really, really well at a shot for the top 3. But I hope you guys enjoyed the war video. Hit subscribe, like, follow, and share, and I will see you guys at War 6.